whatever it takes. Hi guys! Happy Wednesday. Today is obviously your favorite day of the week because it is the day that the Hot Seat with Priscilla is on. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and welcome to the show. As always, I really hope that you guys are tuning in and you're leaving all of your comments and you're sharing the link to this amazing show that, we just kind of started. We're trying to get back working again since Undiscovered was the prior show to this. I also want to wish you guys a happy Valentine's Day, even though it was yesterday, and I hope all of you spent it with your loved ones. It's not only just about being coupled, but a Valentine's Day to me is showing love to everyone around you, including yourself. So please, everyone practice self-care, show love to your friends, your family, and also if you do have a significant other, I hope that you had an amazing time and you're constantly showing your love to them every single day. So when we come back from the break, we have amazing guests, as per usual. I say this every single week, but I love that we have so many different people coming in. So today we have a lot of business owners, we have public speakers, we even have a psychic. And a lot of this today is going to center around wellness and health, which is something that we all want to talk about. And everyone's always asking what the next big thing is. What can I do? How do I take care of myself more? I want to do this, want to do that, but how? So we're going to meet a lot of people here that's going to focus a lot on that self-help and self-care that all of us are striving for. So when you come back from the break, we're going to meet our first guest who is a business owner and owns an actual spa here in Las Vegas. So make sure to tune in right after the break.
This show is brought to you by Michelle Kubiak with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, call Michelle at 702-683-6576. Her license number is S.48606. This show is also brought to you by Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa, located on Silverado Ranch, here in Henderson, Nevada. Restore, relax, and refresh. Let's not forget our very own Meryl and Merrick comedy show. This fun, comical TV sitcom duo with Social Media Shows Network loves to make you laugh. Mahel Empire Productions. It's a filmmaker based in Las Vegas, Nevada. Founded by Michael and Sonny Mahal and are dedicated to making feature films. Turn your power on with Broken Ball Productions. Owned by Russell Rapp, an independent filmmaker based out of New Jersey.
Social Media Shows is a production company based here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We offer these services. We've been streaming shows live in real time for our website socialmediashows.com, and we are now on Roku TV. We welcome you to have your own show on our TV network. Call us 651-955-8743 or email us at admin@socialmediashows.com.
Woman and an owner of Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa here in Las Vegas. And she also happens to be a sponsor of Social Media Shows. So we always have to thank our sponsors, and she's going to be one of them, and I can't wait to introduce you guys to her. So everyone, please welcome Lisa Mascari. Hi! It's nice.
Okay, good.
Okay, great. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you here. We have not had any massage facial person here, so this is going to be really great for those, especially after Valentine's Day. Everyone's practicing self-care and things like that. So I know you own Hand and Stone Facial and Massage Spa, and that's in more of the Henderson side, correct?
Well, we actually have two. So there's one at Silverado Ranch in Maryland, and the other one is at Mark Street and Sunset. So one is at technically Las Vegas, and the other is Henderson.
Okay, great. So that's absolutely amazing. So I know I was looking at your website. I haven't actually gone, but you have so many different things, like so many different massages, and then hair removal, and then you also have facials as well. So are you yourself an esthetician? Do you act and do any of those services?
I am not.
So you
Nope.
you're just that queen. You're just the CEO,
I'm just the owner,
correct?
yes.
Yes. And so, what made you get into this industry, so to speak?
I was in Philly. I had just moved to Philly, and I was doing outside sales. And one of my college friends gave me a call and said, "Hey, I have a friend who's opening a spa, and they're looking for a manager." And she said, "I know you just started your job, but it might be something you'd be interested in." I thought, okay, I'm always open to new possibilities.
Mhm.
So I went and interviewed with one of the owners, and one of the things that he said during the interview was himself and his partner were looking for someone long term. They wanted someone to run the University City in Philly location, but someone to maybe partner with long term to open 3, 4, 5, as many as they wanted to. And that kind of jumped out at me. I always wanted to open my own business. I didn't think it would be a spa. So I started working there, and I was running the place, and I loved it. And I loved the owners, so we partnered together and formed a company. And then we decided on Las Vegas for our market, because that was where Hand and Stone was kind of looking at the time. And we picked our location, and as we were driving around Las Vegas, someone in the car said, "I think one of us should move here. It would be much better than trying to do everything remotely." And without hesitation, I said, "I'll move."
Yeah.
And so I just picked up and moved, and here we are.
Yeah, so it's way different from the East Coast, right? So
Very
yeah, I'm
different.
from the middle. I'm from Chicago, so
Oh,
I can
okay.
tell the difference. And then literally when you come here, you're like, you see the sun, you see the palm trees, you're like, oh my
I
gosh.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
So how long has it been since you've been in Las Vegas?
July will be 4 years.
Okay.
Already.
So around the same time I have too. So
okay.
it's it goes quick, but then you also are like, oh my gosh, it's been
I
that
can't
long
believe
already,
it's been 4
right?
years already. Yeah.
And so, what really draws you to the spa, apart from the business side? Like, you obviously stayed because you like, the business, you like the owners, you like that. But what is there anything about specifically what these spas do that you're like, oh my god, now I'm hooked in it? Like, is there anything that draws you to that?
Well, the health and wellness is so important, especially I think since COVID. I don't think we take enough time for ourselves, and I find that myself to death, and I don't take enough time for myself. And being there every day is a great reminder that I need to take time for myself, and I need to get massages. And this morning, even I'm getting ready, and I think, I need a facial. So, and I know where I can get one.
Right.
So, I think just the industry itself and self-care and self-love is very important.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So do you see, I'm sure, about, their experience with it and the difference that they feel?
That's kind of the best part, because Hand and Stone, we are membership driven. That's one of the things. You can join up our lifestyle program and become a member. So the wonderful thing is I do get to see people every month, or some people come more often. So if they're coming every month and seeing an esthetician, I can see a difference in their skin, or they'll come out of a service and say, "That was the best service I've ever had. I'm so relaxed," or "I love my massage therapist." So I see a difference sometimes when they go in compared to even when they come out. And you form a relationship.
Yeah, and I'm sure with so many different things that you have, it kind of draws people in more, because they don't have to go to multiple different places if they want to get hair removal, if they want a certain massage. Like, you guys pretty much have a bunch of different options there for people to kind of indulge in or to try out. So do you have a favorite? I know, let's start with massages. There's so many different ones, like deep tissue, stone, sports, all of those. Is there one that you particularly like those? Have you tried them all?
I have tried almost all of them. My personal favorite is the Himalayan salt stone with CBD. We call that the power of nature, and it's amazing. So that's my favorite for massage.
Yeah. So let's go over quickly the difference between each massage. You have the sports, obviously prenatal. That's more so for women that are expecting.
So there's the basic Swedish, and then there's our signature hot stone, which is the Black River rocks we use. And they are in water at 120 degrees, and the therapists use those to manipulate so they're not using their hands the whole entire time. Then the Himalayan salt stones, which have 27 minerals, and it's phenomenal. And then deep tissue. A lot of people get that confused with like a very firm massage, and they'll ask for that. But we always sometimes want to make sure we understand the difference. It's not just firm pressure. It's a whole different thing. everything. Reflexology, where they're just working on feet, and you actually stay clothed for that. Craniosacral is new. One of my therapists just got certified in that, and that you are clothed as well, and she works on different parts that way. Prenatal, of course, which that's a big one. We have a lot of women that come in for that. So there's a lot of different ones.
Yeah, because I always wonder.
The sports massage, like I said, that's a lot of stretching, and that they incorporate the stretching into the massage.
Yeah, so because the big thing is people choosing which one, and then like you said, a lot of if they're not used to massage, or they don't get it often. Sometimes it's really rough and like it's a lot of pain. Like a lot of people have to have a really high pain tolerance to deal with some of the different massage techniques, and all going through that. Like for me, I don't go to massage often, so I'm like I don't feel like. So people are like, you should go get a deep tissue. You seem stressed. I'm like, I feel like I'd leave more stress, being like, oh God, I can't move. Now I need a sports one to get me flexible again. Yeah, so now you have like hair removal, and I know on your website it says like wax free, or am I wrong?
So that's
about
the
that?
new free.
Okay.
We have the new free, which is a soy base, and then our hard wax.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna wonder like, so how do you guys? Because I know it's not a laser treatment, right?
It is
so
not.
you guys still kind of do like the whole pull.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
great. And facials. Now, is there different types of facials that you guys do, and like depending on
The classic facial,
Mhm.
is what you make the appointment for, and then you'll come in and talk with the esthetician and have a consultation about what you're trying to achieve from the service, and then they'll take a look at your skin under the light, and then they will make recommendations based on what you asked for and what they're seeing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things you can try. We do
Yeah.
a lot of different upgrades and different things, and you walk out feeling like $1 million.
Yeah, because I'm like, I wonder. I'm like, oh my God, I'd love somebody to just tell me and just like treat me. You just feel like a queen. You're just sitting there, you're just like, yes, please.
And it's relaxing.
Yeah.
That's kind of the nice thing. You're leave there with your skin feeling fresh and beautiful, but you feel relaxed too, which is great.
So what is the session for? What's
Yeah.
kind of like the time period that they
So
would need?
the appointments itself are an hour, but it's 50 minutes hands-on because we allow 5 minutes to dress and undress. But for a massage, you could actually get amazing. So the facial is a 1 hour service, and then the massages start at 1 hour.
Oh.
We actually even have a 30-minute express facial. We don't do them that often, but sometimes someone just wants to come in and do something quickly just to feel better, and so we do that as well.
Do you guys have like a time frame where you're like, okay, you can come back within this time frame that would be healthy, or you have to wait? Because I'm sure people are just like, oh, I want to do it weekly, or I want to do it every other day because I love how firm my skin feels.
It would just depend on the service. So massage, you can come as often as you would like. For facial, depending on an upgrade you would do, sometimes you should wait 2 weeks before you come back in.
Okay.
So if you're just doing a classic facial, you could come every day if you want.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are just like, oh, yes, please treat me, because they're like, I have a membership. Oh my goodness. But that, I always wonder what it would be like to have that much relaxation. Because a lot of times I think the biggest thing, especially for people who are entrepreneurs or business owners like yourself, to find time where you're like, no, I have to block out this time to go there and just dedicate it to me without having all these things going in your mind, right? When you're lying there.
That's so true, because we were just even talking about that at work the other day. Someone will say, oh, let's schedule this in. And I open my book and I will say, okay, here's an open day, let's schedule this. And I don't schedule myself time off. And I said, I need to start scheduling my days off, because I just see an opening and I go, okay, I'll meet you at this time.
Right.
And we can discuss this. Or I'll, book here. And then I realized I didn't even take a day off. So you have to schedule time for yourself.
Yeah, because like you see a day off and you're like, oh, I could do that day. But then now you're actually working or doing something that day.
Correct.
And you're like, because then I feel like you're kind of like me. Like I feel like you also have a really strong work ethic. So when you're not working, you're like, I feel like I have something to do. Why am I sitting here?
All the time.
Yes.
All the time. I feel guilty. Like I can't just sit and relax.
Yeah, and then you're like, and I forgot something. You're like, oh my goodness, I forgot to do something, or I'm missing something. Oh no, now I didn't respond to an email. They're gonna hate me.
I'm forever on my phone, or the laptop sitting at the table. It's nonstop. But that's, I think, too, part of me. It's my drive.
Yeah.
It's my passion.
Yeah, I mean, you came out here for work, same as myself. So, I mean, that's the biggest thing. So, is there something that you're taking away? I'm sure, like, as you know, you learn every day more about your craft or more about whatever it is that you do, the more you do it. Is there something that you love about Vegas that taught you something different that you wouldn't have learned back at home?
Maybe trying to make more time for myself because I don't do it. And here there's so many things outdoors. Like I love walking. I love to walk. And the other day after work, I said, it is beautiful out. Go for a walk. And I went for a 6-mile walk. I used to do that back home. But out here, there's so many beautiful places to actually go. So that's what was kind of nice. So I went and ventured to find something different. And it's just different because you can, there's just a lot of places to go.
Yeah, it's very, I found out the difference, even though, you know, we come from bigger cities, in retrospect, everything here is more accessible. And you can always find something to do. And, you know, the mountains aren't that far. If you want to go for a hike, like there's always a swimming pool that you can go to in the summer. You know, back in bigger cities, it's not that easy, you know?
You're kind of tied to the season and travel sometimes, getting around. Like when I lived in Philly, I took the train everywhere, so I probably drove my car twice a month. Whereas here, I drive every day. So that's different.
And so did you move out here by yourself? Or
by myself.
By yourself? Oh, goodness. So you didn't really have to worry about also worrying how other people are taking the change, you know? Or
no, my family's all in Pittsburgh, though, and that's hard because I miss them a lot. And I have great friends in Pittsburgh and in State College and in Philly. But I did this for me. So I got rid of almost everything I own. I packed 12 boxes and shipped them and flew out. And when
that's
my
it, 12 boxes? Oh, girl. I wish I could just have 12 boxes.
Yeah, that was rough. But it was better to do it that way and buy everything new here than to transport it across the country. And then one of my friends was kind enough to drive my car out, so I flew and I was here in no time, and it was great.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So what's the biggest thing the hardest thing, I would say, your biggest hardship of moving out? You know, we talked about family and being away from them, but is there anything that you're finding you still need to adjust to?
Being away from my family and some of my friends. A lot of my friends are on the East Coast, but I've been so blessed out here that I have made such great friends. Every place I've lived, I've always found a handful of just amazing people. And it happened here as well. So that's why I feel truly blessed, but I miss my family and friends a lot.
Yeah, because that's the hardest thing when I've learned in Vegas. You can meet so many people, come and go, but a lot of those people are also transient. They're come and go, or they're also not always on your same level of mindset, and so you lose some, you gain some, and it's just like, it's a lot for someone who's always busy working. You don't have to worry about, dang it, like I have some drama with friends, or I feel alone. You know, obviously you've made good friends here at social media shows. Like, you know, with Maria, you walk in, you're like, oh my God, hi, which we love, and you also sponsored. So I do want to highlight that because we want to thank you for that. Is there anything special about social media shows that you really felt inclined to kind of dabble your hands in?
Honestly, it was Maria.
Oh, okay.
It was
the queen.
I met her last year. I was on a podcast that she was producing, and she was amazing, and we always kept in touch. And, you know, she had reached out to me about the sponsorship and about coming on the show. And so, yeah, it was because of Maria.
Oh, amazing. Well, we thank you so much for being on the show. And there's one more question that I want to ask you. I've been asking a lot of my guests. What is a motto or philosophy that you live by, if you have one?
I always say this, actually. It's nice to be nice. I think it's... Every day I start out with a positive quote, like on Facebook. I wake up and I look out my window and I see the mountains, and I always say, thanks God for another day. And I feel truly blessed. But I think, like, just treating others kindly and being positive, being a really good, positive person the best you can be. It doesn't mean there aren't rough days. But just spreading love and being kind. And it goes a long way, and you'd be surprised at how hard that is to find people like that. And I love asking that question because it kind of sums up the person as a whole. There's a way that they answer that, and there's never a wrong answer for that, but it kind of just sums up how you live your life, and, you know, how you would it be approachable? Because, you know, sometimes like, oh no, they're just judging based on what you look like, you know, what you do for a living, and they don't really give the opportunity to say, hi, my name is, like, and get to know you. And I think as a business owner, it's important to highlight because then people can kind of see, like,
because now you're kind of advertising, so I would say face of the business, that this is someone that you would want to come and support and kind of learn about if you're looking for a hand and stone or doing any of those things. So yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. I love that, and I love it's.
And I always try to support local, so anything that I can do to help support local businesses and the entertainment community, all that. So it's nice to be able to do that, and I have them support me. It's nice to help each other out.
Exactly, and I love that because it's coming from someone that's not technically in this business, that actually does on-camera work, you know, on the side, and to get that support from people is good, because you can also tell people, no, it's not what it seems. So there's more to it, and please support them, because they're going to be on the screen one day, and you're going to be like, dang it, I should have talked to her. But everyone, Lisa Mascari, she's absolutely beautiful. Please visit her location, Silverado Ranch, and
Silverado Ranch in Maryland, and the other location is Marks and Sunset.
Yes, and people could come in for a consultation if they want to find them up and membership
Absolutely.
prices.
Or they can call, they can do whatever. So the telephone number for Silverado Ranch is 702-941-7833, and the Henderson location is 725-257-8011. Or you can look us up online at our website. The Silverado Ranch is www.handandstonesilveradoranch.com. I always get that tongue tied. And Henderson is handandstonehenderson.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being on the hot seat. It's been a pleasure interviewing you and getting to know you. I'm sure this isn't the last time I'm going to see you. So everyone, Lisa Mascari, all the information, please replay it, share, subscribe, let all your friends know. And when we come back from the break, we're going to have another wellness person come sit in the hot seat. So please stay tuned.
This show is brought to you by, let's not forget, our very own GI Connections. It's a nonprofit organization that connects veterans with resources. We're also proud to recognize Prolific Arts with Sonia Scott. Painting is the expression of emotion and feeling deep within one's heart. Let's not forget Macoma Environmental Technologies. Global research, development and manufacturing of innovative photocatalytic products. Our show is also brought to you by Carmelo Rodriguez, who is the author of a best-selling book called Smile. It's based on true events. It's the story of a couple building a family. Get your copy of his book at Amazon today. We also love our musicians. Think about Frank's Tribute, an all-star band. It's a Green Bay-based band with Let Me Be Frank's Productions. Family owned by Frank Hermans, who happens to be a veteran entertainer. Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause, because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Hot Seat with Priscilla. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and obviously, like I said, we are all about wellness and self-love today. And how amazing was Lisa? Lisa was absolutely fantastic. So remember, if you ever want to go to the spa or get to know a little bit, go into a consultation, make sure to go to all of the information that she said at the end of her interview. Just play it back, replay. Anyway, we are on to our next guest, and he is huge. You might have seen him on other podcasts and other shows here on social media shows, but obviously today is going to be the best one because it's the hot seat, obviously. So everyone, welcome Robey Taute. How are you? It's a pleasure to meet you. Please take a seat. You too. It's such an honor. I heard so many good things about you. Before you came on, Maria's like, oh my God, guess who you're going to have on the show? And I was like, who is it? And I do all this research, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I have to make sure that I am top notch. Because you have been on all the shows. Everyone knows you, and I'm like, oh goodness. Okay.
So this is called a hot seat.
Yes.
I can feel it's a bit warm.
I'm about to
here.
say, I hope you're not burning right now, but
It's
which is so funny because you do a lot of different body sculpting. So I was like, this is going to be a different treatment for you, is the hot seat. But absolutely. So first, love the accent. You are from South Africa.
That's right.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm actually originally Dutch speaking. That's
Okay.
what I grew up with as a
okay.
kid. But of course, we speak, in South Africa, we speak bilingual languages, English and Dutch. But our English there, we grew up with was all British English.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came to America, I had to adjust English to the American English.
Yeah, exactly. People don't know the difference, but I know in a lot of foreign countries, if they're going to go with English, they go British English.
Yes.
Teaching, spelling, all of the above.
That's right.
But it's, hey, you're just more cultured.
That's
I
right.
love it. You know what I mean? So how long have you been in Vegas?
I've been in Vegas 20 years now, but I'm traveling all the time because we have places everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I've moved over I was in Los Angeles. My main clinic that I had was in Beverly Hills on Wilshire and Bedford, which is 5-day drive. And then we sold our franchise there and we moved over to Vegas to open up our main head offices here. And so we relocated to Vegas, so I've been here about 20 years. And I didn't like it in the beginning because, LA, and originally from South Africa where we lived in a city called Durban, which is similar to Miami. Beaches and palm trees and all of that stuff.
Right.
So Vegas was not for me, but now I love Vegas because I'm so used to it and it's my home.
Yeah.
And I travel from here to other places.
Yeah, because it's way more laid back here than it is in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But now things is catching up.
Yeah, it is.
With all the new expansions and all the sports.
Yeah, it's great, but it's also not great when it comes to traffic. Because we got used to the Vegas traffic. We're like,
Yes.
why is it taking double the
Yes.
time? What is going on?
Well, I do go to Los Angeles because I have private celebrity clients there. I'm the actual wellness guru for the celebrities in Hollywood, the singers, performers, and entertainers. But they fly me private jets and Burbank and limousines to their homes, where I do look after my celebrity clients there. So I do still visit LA.
Yeah. You don't drive yourself. He's a star. He's a celebrity. He's like, no, I get driven. I get flown. Well, that's fantastic. So let's dig into the wellness bit. So you're first, one of many things, you are a public speaker in the Simplicity of Wellness. Is that correct?
Yes, I do. I'm the author of a book called The Simplicity of Wellness. And people buy it from Amazon. It is a book on wellness to show how simple that wellness can be, that it could be in everybody's home. It's not strict dieting or strict that or calorie counting or measuring or weighing or sample foods. It's just normal eating. And you can readjust your weight, your body, because we're also the sponsor for Miss World and Miss America. I'm a judge for them as well. And then it also helps for people to lose weight. And then injuries. People don't realize that when you have an injury for an accident or anything that happened to you, that it takes good nutrition to heal. You can't heal without good nutrition. And through my book, it shows how simple it is.
Yeah.
To just follow it and heal for it, It's very easy. And we do also have a lot of children on our programs throughout the world at our clinics, because we do have clinics in South Africa and Australia, and then a bunch around in the United States. So we treat everybody. So it's not just for celebrities or sports people or models or beauty queens. It's for everybody. Children, best down executives, people that needs blood circulation, detoxing, muscle rehabilitation, weight loss, sculpting, toning, everything. It can be, and like I said, injuries. One of my clients in Los Angeles had an infection that he couldn't use part of his face to sing. And of course, he was on antibiotics through his doctors, which got rid of the infection. But the muscle and the nerve endings in the face didn't come back that this specific guy could perform. And through my therapies that I implemented on him it immediately, within 2 days, put him back on stage and he could do world tours. So it's really remarkable what we actually offer at our locations.
Yeah.
It's
so
for everybody.
It literally is.
Yeah.
And I think your book basically would sum up the bottom line of
Yeah.
nutrition for any person, no matter what
Everybody
you're
and
going through. You're
anybody.
healthy, you're not, or you went through an accident, but like, no matter who it is. Because I think, reading a little bit about it, it's just basic knowing your body, but then also never taking things away, starving yourself or depleting. And it's about basically how to live a healthy lifestyle and maintain it.
Yeah.
Right. And did you study nutrition? Do you have any?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm qualified in nutrition and neurostimulation, which we call ourselves physiosymmetrist, and we studied and qualified in that in London. And we've been in the industry. My wife is in the industry with me as well, and my sister is also part of our industry. Our company is now opened. October the 3rd this year, our company will be open 40 years throughout the world.
Wow.
So we're everywhere, and not everywhere, but in many countries. But our goal is to really get very much more expansion to other countries because so many people really need help.
Mm-hmm.
So many people need help that wakes up with a pain here and an ache there, and they feel old, they're depressed, they're tired, they're overweight, they're whatever. People don't always feel good. And through our guidance and our simplicity of our wellness guidance on nutrition, you can fix all those problems.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty about it.
Yeah, because you have to
Yes.
first figure out what the problem is.
Yes,
Then
of
people just
course.
be like, oh, let's just treat that. They don't know what really the underlining cause it would be and how to safely kind of start from the bottom and then kind of slowly rehabilitate yourself back to.
Again,
Doing.
we call it the simplicity of wellness.
Mhm.
Because it is an easy. Do I need to go and buy special food? They will ask me. No. What do you have in your kitchen? Let's look. Let me guide you what we're going to do with that to cure you and help you and fix you and take the pains and the aches away from you. And let's do this and this. It's so simple. And we have such a huge success rate because we've treated in the last 40 years through our system literally millions of people worldwide because we have salons or clinics all over the world. And it's just worked one by one. Every patient gets what they come for. Even if it's a back pain or an injury or overweight or just doesn't feel good. Or the beauty industry or brides or want to get married. Girls, they want to look special for that day. And not just the brides, the bridegrooms too.
Can't
And
leave
not
them
just
out.
the brides and the bridegrooms, the mother-in-law,
Yeah,
the
everybody.
father,
It's a big
the family.
day.
So we can do the whole deal.
Yeah.
We're very family-orientated
Yes.
facilities. We do have a lot of families coming together, like the mother and the father and the
Mhm.
grandma and the kids. They all come and do our therapies. That's my clinics and my therapies. But my book, The Simplicity of Wellness, is so different because you don't need my clinic. You can just get that book. It's $24.95 through Amazon and read it. And you can even, through that book, contact me.
Mhm.
Email me, and I will work with you free of charge. I don't charge for that. And just guide you on the right direction. Because wherever I speak, I pick up so many people are so unhappy with themselves.
Mhm.
And then, of course, a state of depression. Depression, where does that come from? Why am I depressed? The world is rough. The world will always be rough.
Mhm.
The world will never change.
Right.
You have to understand how to handle the world. The world will always be like that. So why do you get depressed through the world around you? Because inside your brain is malnutrition. There's not enough blood flow, oxygen, nutrients, water, and nutrition coming through to your brain, so that organ can't work. Your brain is as good as your bicep and your tricep and your legs. It needs nutrition and certain kind of things. And I can guide you through that. And once you give it to the brain, you become happy. So whatever happens around you, the worst things can happen to you, you will still know how to handle it
Yeah.
and get through it.
Yeah.
And that'll make it a much better world. Because look at all these bad things happening throughout the world because people are depressed. And then they do bad things.
Yeah, they take it out
On
outwardly on other people and their circumstances.
If you're happy,
Yes.
why would you like to do anybody harm?
Right.
You're happy.
Right. You can
So,
live your own life.
Yes,
Just
and you
celebrate
want to
it, yeah.
share your happiness with everybody around you.
Yeah.
And you want to make me happy and her happy. Not want to go and kill you or jealous on you.
Right. And there's a lot of that in this world. If you're doing well, you know, you're going to get a lot of people who just don't want that for you. Right?
Because of the brain is a malnutrition. So when the brain goes a malnutrition, because it's like I have this garden and it's gorgeous. And because I give it water and I do this with it and I cut it and I look after it. When you don't, you can have a neighbor that lives in the same neighborhood with this horrible garden because he doesn't look to it. So that's the brain and the body. You just need to take care of it. And it's so simple. When I say it's simple, I mean simple. That means I don't tell you to go and join tomorrow jump. I don't tell you not to count your calories tomorrow. I don't tell you any of this. I would ask you and explain to you that a little bit of exercise will do you the world of good. Then you said, well, you can't do exercise. Then I'll say, well, when you walk in your home, just walk around the home a little bit. That's exercise. You don't have to go to a gym. Do you drink water? No, I don't like water. Oh, okay. So, do you shower? Do you bath? Yes. Why? You're dirty inside. Why do you want to be clean outside?
Mm-hmm.
You might as well stop showering too if you don't want to drink water. Because that's what it's actually supposed to do. When you shower or bath, you wash your body and your hair. When you drink water, you wash your body through the inside out. And your body will be clean inside. So it means your organs and your liver and your pancreas and your heart, nothing can go wrong because it's clean and nutrient. And you can just live life forever.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never heard someone talk about water that way. Like, you know, I always hear about, oh, drink this because you're dehydrating, all that stuff,
Yes.
it'll make you feel full. But I never heard someone actually say, no, you're cleaning your inside. It's just like the
Exactly.
outside.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
That's
So when
fantastic.
my client said about, you say I must drink a lot, can I drink a lot of tea? So I said, okay, I don't mind if you drink tea, but do you think it's going to clean your body? So he said, I think so. I said, okay, why don't you take a cup of tea or bowl of tea and try and wash your shirt in it, or go on tea and go and wash your car with it. Do you think it can do it?
Right. Oh,
Yes. He
okay.
said, oh no. I said, no, why do you expect it to clean your inside?
Right.
It gets sticky and your body will actually, remember we're breathing in this dirty air that's in the air and there's chemicals in there. It goes into your body, it's lying on your food, it's in everywhere. And if you can't get rid of it, it's going to start eating into the muscle groups and nerves and your organs. And, oh, I've got a pain on my back today. But I didn't have it yesterday. Where does that come from? Oh, I don't know, but I better go and see a doctor. But there was nothing wrong with you yesterday. So why are you wrong today? So that's because the body is packing up inside because it's dirty and not enough good nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
And it packs up because it's dirty. And that's why we need to drink water. Simple things like that. Blood circulation. I'm moving my leg. I'm creating blood circulation. That's what we need. Blood circulation. Oxygen, to breathe in oxygen. When I lived in Los Angeles, we had a joke that said, well, we're very fortunate to live in LA because this is the only city in the world we can see the air we're breathing in. It was all dirty, but you could see it.
Right.
So yeah, so we need water, we need good nutrition, and again, it's very simple. So I would definitely recommend people to get my book and see the explanation in there, how simple it is.
Yeah.
And then also, if they want to connect with me, they can through the book.
And I love that. I love how you're accessible. I love how you care.
Absolutely.
It's the care behind what you do. It's not just kind of this, Another, there's a lot of fad diets, a lot of people preaching
Oh, yeah.
their workout techniques, why it's the best. But when it comes down to it, I tell a lot of people when it comes to how to take care of your body is that your body is going to be different from someone else's.
Absolutely.
So if you're going to try to believe someone saying, "Oh, you have to lift weights, it's the only way it's going to work for you,"
No.
it might not. People can't. Some people can, and some people don't
No.
like it. If you don't enjoy it,
No.
you're going to get no benefits.
Exactly.
from
Not
it.
everybody is
Right.
meant to do all the same things that other people do. Some people like to play tennis, some people like to dance, some people doesn't like to do any of that.
Right.
But you have to understand your body. Once you understand your body, you will know what it needs. And through my book, we explain that, how simple it is.
And I love how
And-
simple it is.
Yeah, if people live in the cities where we have clinics, then please come and visit us. Because we do the therapeutic treatment that we'll add on to.
Yes. So here, are they all named Madame et Monsieur?
Madame et Monsieur is our company's
Oh, so it's
name.
okay, so it's overall, it's the company name. You go, it's not just
Excuse
here
me.
in Las
Yeah.
Vegas, correct?
We use also eBody Renew, but that's not the company's name.
Yeah, I noticed that because when they go there, they'll say eBody Renew. So I really want to talk about the different things that you offer. The biggest thing I want to ask about is that you do a lot of sculpting. I know that you had a lot of pageant girls go in there right before their competition, or people go before shows and they want to have that. So I know
Excuse me, my throat is dry. If I can get to it, I'll appreciate it.
the treatment you do, I really am interested in this. So
Yeah.
explain a little bit more. So I know it has to do with electric. It's kind of like that therapy,
Thank you.
correct?
Well, we have a special protocol. What we do is we use medical devices. Thank you for the water. That really makes a difference. You see how important water is.
There it is.
How can we even live without it? And some people don't drink water.
Because they're like, oh, I don't like that it doesn't have a taste.
Yeah.
Or it's just, I'm thirsty, but it's not doing it for me.
Exactly. So my throat just get dry because I was talking a lot, and the dry air in Vegas.
Oh, yes.
I still can't get used to it because I lived in South Africa by the beach,
Mm-hmm.
and then I lived in Los Angeles, not by the beach but near,
Yeah.
and then I moved to the desert.
So you had all, like humidity, you had the water in there. Now it's just dry.
That's right. So the therapy works this way: is we use a special medical device which is FDA cleared. It's a neuromuscular rehabilitation therapy. It's not, a lot of people think it's EMS, muscle stimulation,
Mm-hmm.
or TENS machines. It's not. It's neuromuscular rehabilitation. But what we do with it is we have a special protocol. We change the frequencies to a very comfortable frequency for the body. People lie on it and fall asleep while they're on it. Our treatment's 45 minutes. We connect it to your body. We need a connection. And once we have a connection to the body, we can send signals through. And the signals will create blood circulation for you, which is, without blood circulation, you die. Because blood circulation is the transportation vehicle that transport the nutrients from my stomach that I just ate all the way through to my toes and my fingers, and my hair and my skin and my organs. The blood transported through. The blood will also then transport the oxygen from my lungs and transport it through to my body. So the oxygen and the nutrients will be transported to every living cell in my body. Just think about it. If you get a cut, I cut my leg open. Within a week or two, my leg will heal. How does it heal? There's living cells inside there. I see the cells like molecules of, it's like a laboratory with people sitting in there preparing. So what happens is the food that I'm eating needs to get through to that cells to repair this body. So the blood circulation needs to transport it to there. So if you don't have enough blood circulation, this food won't get there. And your body will not heal, or you will start aging because the muscle groups needs nutrients. And there's not enough blood circulation, the muscle groups will start deteriorating. and not age well. That's why a lot of people say, you know, when I was young, I had strong legs and strong arms, and today I'm old and I've got the skinny legs. What happened to my muscles? Well, the muscles actually deteriorated because of a lack of nutrients. Because your lifestyle has changed. So you're sitting on the chair all day. You're not doing any workouts. And again, I said you don't have to join a gym. You can do it in your home. Just go around and walk around. Take a dog for a walk. That's blood circulation. So that blood circulation will bring the nutrients through to your muscle groups. And you will never lose those beautiful arms and legs that you used to have. But now you've lost it. We can try and restore some of it. To start feeding it. It's like a dead garden. You start putting water in it, you start looking after it, and you start restoring it. So blood circulation is so important. And today with the computers, meetings, in the car, in the airplane, in the TV, and then sleep and eat and what, there's very little blood circulation. And that's when the body starts deteriorating. And of course the fat cell, that's another story. The fat cell just lives on its own. The fat cell is like weed in the garden. It just grows, even if you didn't give it water. So the fat will take over, the muscle will die off. From those nice looking legs that that person used to have, it becomes skinny legs and fat around the stomach or other places. And it's all because of a lack of blood circulation and good nutrition. So the blood circulation is very important. My therapy at my clinics creates for you intensive blood circulation while you're lying there, reading a book, listening to music, or even sleeping. And then we have another protocol which we call detoxing. Detoxing is a little sharper signal that we've made that is very comfortable, but it goes in to the fat cell and start irritating the fat cell and drain and break down the fatty tissue in the cell. And break it down and then distribute it, and the blood will pick it up and transport it through all the organs and eventually into the colon. And then we have the last therapy. We have 3 therapies that we do in one. It's only a 45-minute therapy, which is muscle rehabilitation. We actually do rehabilitation on your muscle groups. That means that you don't lose those beautiful muscles, those toned bodies. Because the only beautiful thing on the human body is nice muscle. Not muscle like a muscle man, but just nice toned muscle groups that makes you look beautiful. But the muscle needs its food, the muscle needs its water, the muscle needs its oxygen. And if you don't get blood circulation, you have none of it. Mm-hmm. So the muscle has to deteriorate. You will see people, when you see the young pictures, they were so beautiful and now they're old and they don't look that good anymore because of their lifestyle. And then you will see a handful of people that actually will continue maybe working out and watch their nutrition that really ages very well and they have a better quality of life. We can never guarantee how long you will live because you can get killed in a car accident or something, but we can guarantee a better quality of life while you are alive, that you can enjoy everything and manage this extremely stressful life we live in. So the therapy will give you all of that. I mean, normally our clients only need to come like twice a week to the therapy for a few weeks, all depends on what their condition is, and we help them. Yeah. And like I said, we're going to open in Summerlin as well, a location. We actually have a small location on West Sahara that is at Dr. Rhonda Bachelor's clinic. And I'm mainly stationed at the Stoning Club on the Turnbury Place, which is on Paradise Road. And then we have the one in Henderson. And then, of course, the other ones around the country. But we're going to open a second new location in March on Summerlin, and I think Hollopai, that area.
Yeah.
Street.
Oh, that's
yes,
fantastic.
it's very popular because once people come on the protocol, they just love it. They feel so good. Mm-hmm. Because all of a sudden there's oxygen to the brain and they feel, wow, this is a nice day today.
They rejuvenate.
When they came in, they say, how's your day today? Oh, I had a bad day. I'm depressed. I don't feel good. It's just a horrible day. And then I said, well, you'll feel better. And then we connect them and they lie, relax. 45 minutes, They walk out and say, how are you feeling? And say, oh, I feel wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what just happened. Your machine is fantastic. I said, it's not really the machine. The machine activated and greater blood circulation and detoxing. Your body did it. Your brain did it.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah. And I was going to ask you how long, so let's just say I was like, hey, I have a swim week runway. I want to, I've been working out, but I really want them to show. How many sessions would you tell someone like that?
Oh, yeah. We deal with that all the time because, again, as we work with the beauty industry and the Bad America, Miss World is our clients and our clinics worldwide, they come in, listen, I need to look good for Saturday. That kind of thing. I need to look good for Saturday. I don't have time. So we recommend those patients come in every day.
Every day, okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, I'm also the weight cutter for UFC and MMA.
Mm-hmm.
And the UFC and MMA, when they come in to me, and they need to lose weight by Friday, they come in on Monday. Say, listen, you're in shape. It's not that you're overweight. And you need to lose 10, 15 pounds by Friday. Gee, you're really putting it on me. So let's do it, but we do it.
Yeah.
Many years ago, I had in South Africa, I had this tiny little jockey that came into my clinic and said to me, Robey, I believe you're good. I don't know how good you are, but I'm going to give you a challenge. I said, okay, tell me what you want to do. He said, I need to lose 10 pounds. He's a little tiny jockey. I said, well, get in that room. Let me strip your clothes off. Let me see what I can do. And I tell you, I was like, wow, this guy is small. How am I going to take 10 pounds off? And he walked out, he said, I need to lose 10 pounds to enter this magnificent race. Do you think you can do it? I said, you know what? Yes, let's do it. And that night I came home, I said to my wife, do you have a bottle of vodka somewhere here? I need that whole bottle of vodka. I just put myself into something. I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, no.
But I'm going to do it. I tell you, we did it. He was so in shape and so happy. Within 5 days, he got the race. He won the race.
Amazing.
2 months later, a lady walked into my clinic. She said, do you train, do you work with normal people here as well, except jockeys? Because the only thing I see sitting here in the lobby is just jockeys. So all the jockeys came because he was a big name. And I had all these jockeys following me. And the same thing happened with Bruce Fordyce, which was the world's fastest runner, who was my client in South Africa. And he said to me, I'm going to run this marathon. It's like those years it was in miles. Kilometers. Being South Africa, it's in kilometers. But it's like 89 kilometers. It's very far. He said, but there's one guy I'm scared of. I said, well, if I work your legs through for 3 months, you're not going to be scared of nobody. So he took me on that. He won the race. And there was not a big race. It's like 10,000 people taking part of it. Everybody runs. But this person he was scared of came in 1 hour behind him.
Wow.
Yeah. It super strengthens your legs.
Yeah.
So it can do miracles, the therapy.
Yeah.
Again, we cater very spot on what you need, what she needs, what she needs, what he needs. And we'll do for you what you want to do. But it's all through nutrition and our therapy. But again, people can do a lot through nutrition and log advice.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Applaud you, because that's all. When you're looking, you're like, where's there 10 pounds to lose on you? And you don't want them to do it in a healthy way, but you're like, I'm going to figure it out. And that is a lot of expertise behind that.
Yes, because previously the fighters, they have to lose 10 pounds, but they're very thin.
Right.
So what do? They dehydrate themselves. They go in steam baths and saunas, and they don't drink. The last 2 days, they don't drink water. They walk with little cubes of ice in front of their mouth. And when they actually weigh in that night, there's a doctor sitting behind stage and get ready to put them on drips. Now, that is very dangerous.
Yes, that is.
Because if you take the water out of your body, what happens? What happens? Your blood thickens. It's like a river. You take the water out and everything's become muddy. And when the blood thickens like mud, it forms a clot and you get a stroke or heart attack instantly. I worked on a patient not long ago that came to me, a fighter, 23 years old, that before he knew of me, he had a stroke.
Wow.
A stroke at 23 years
23.
old as a fighter. Because he had dehydrated his body for the fight, and he ended up in hospital. He was in hospital for 3 months. And they had to go through therapy to get him back to talk again, everything at 23.
23.
Because if you take the water out of the blood thickens. Just think of a river. You take the water out, river, and it forms clots, and it blocks up, and you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the most dangerous thing in the world is to go without water. You just saw what happened to me. I talked, and all of a sudden I couldn't talk because my voice was too dry. And this water fixed my voice back to normal.
Yes.
Put in a little small bottle of water.
But it's a good thing, though.
So it's a miracle, yeah.
It's a miracle.
And
But,
the miracle, and water is so cheap and free and whatever.
yeah. And so, last thing I really want to talk about is judging these Miss USA, Miss Nevada pageants. How did you get to doing that? Is it just from working a lot with your
Well,
clients?
we started many years ago in South Africa. We had those years, the Miss South African pageant. We were sponsors for it, and we started judging. I judged them as many years ago in South Africa with me and my wife those years. Well, she's still my wife, but those years she was a judge with me. But she doesn't really enjoy the judging so much, but I do enjoy it. And we were judging from the Miss Universe in South Africa those years. And then when I came to Beverly Hills, I automatically just got invited to judge for the Miss Beverly Hills, the Miss Los Angeles, all that stuff. And then when I came to Vegas, they invited me immediately to become judge for the Miss and Mrs. Nevada. And from there, it snowballed up to the Mrs. America and now the Mrs. World. Yeah, and I'm doing also the Miss USA, judging with that. So we've been in it for many years, and those girls support our clinics.
Okay.
And when you're sitting as a judge, and the girls is on the stage there, you can see which is the girls that's using our therapies.
Oh,
Yeah, you
so
can
you're
see
like,
it because their bodies is just different.
yeah.
They're tight and toned and lifted up in the right places.
Yes.
Because it does muscle rehab, detoxing, and circulation. So your skin is bright, your body's tightened in the areas. It just looks different from the other girls that does just work. Well, everybody works out, and I definitely recommend that. But some of the other girls just do work out, and they don't get those spot areas fixed, which
Yes.
we can.
Yeah, and that's like the hardest thing. Everyone's just like, if there, for some reason, that one area,
Yeah.
wherever it is for that person.
And also,
you know.
we're getting people very ready before plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Because doctors doesn't say, I can do that for you, but I can't fix that.
Mm-hmm.
So we start bringing the people in better shape and give them to a plastic surgeon if they still need
Yeah.
to do it or if they still really want to do it. Or then after surgeries is very important because people walk out after surgeries, they're very bloated. Your body is bloated because you went invasive into the body. And you have to wear tight corsets to get your body in shape. So a lot of the surgeries, doctors send their after patients to us. We're creating lymphatic drainage, so your swelling goes down quickly. So it makes the doctor even look better because he works on this guy, and his patients was swollen up for 2 weeks, where the other doctor's patients were swollen up for 3 months because we drain the lymphatic system through the therapy.
Yeah, I love that.
So it's really good.
Yes. And what's your favorite thing about judging? If there is one that you just love the most, that keeps you doing it.
I just like it all. I like when people achieve. It's very hard work. Not the judging. Well, that's hard work too. But to perform for those goals, it's very tough. I've had tears in my eyes in the beginning because girls come from all over the world for the Miss World and stuff. Take their last money. They leave the country. They promise, I'm going to be Miss World. I'm from this country. And then they don't win and they have to go back so sad. Remember, there's only one winner.
Yeah.
Even if there's princesses, there's only one winner. So it's a very tough job. So I very feel for the girls when they don't win. And I always tell a girl as a judge, when I have interviews with them, you are absolutely gorgeous. And you can definitely win this pageant. But remember, if you don't, that's a possibility. I prepare them before the show.
That's nice.
What I would suggest, if this is really something you like to do, enter again. and maybe do a little bit different there and a little bit different there. If you don't win this, but you still have opportunity of winning today. So don't take that away. But if you don't go home disappointed. Right. Take it as a challenge to enter again, maybe another pattern, and try and win that. Yeah. Because some of them are so extremely disappointed. Right. You know, because they work so much and put so much money in. It's months and months of hard working.
Oh, yes, 100%.
To get to that point. Yes. So I really enjoy it, you know, because I help and care.
Yeah. And that's what they need sometimes, is someone to actually be on their side. I know the hardest thing, I know for anyone in front of public eye, is to have that one person to be like, hey, you're doing a good job, no matter what happens, like, be proud of yourself. And so that's very, a lot of people lack that. They don't have that support, so they just feel like they're alone, and it's even a harder burden for them to carry when it doesn't work out, right?
Absolutely.
And they don't have that confidence to be like, okay, well, that, or I could do something else. Like, this isn't the end of the world, right?
That's not the end of the world. I said every loss is a new challenge for you to win on the next thing.
Exactly.
So you can just work yourself and better on some things. Maybe your speak, maybe your body you can better on a little bit. Maybe your whatever that we as judges can pick up. I can give you advice on everything, because judging a pageant like that is not just the look.
Yes.
It's more than the look.
Exactly.
But the look is, of course, important. You know, it's very important. And every girl has the right to win. And like the world, I love the world pageants because I work with Chinese girls, Japanese girls, Indian girls, Dutch girls, English girls, Portuguese, Japanese, every nation. I love it.
Yeah.
That is so interesting to hear their accents and how they talk and talk to them. And how they live and their way of living. And then, of course, for those girls, it's very important to know what are you going to do once you get that crown.
Exactly, because now your work begins, actually.
That's the first day on your job.
Yes.
And what is your job? Your job is to take this horrible things that's going on in this world and lift people out of it.
Yeah.
Because people that's depressed, and sometimes young girls, will listen to Miss America. She will hold on to it and listen to it.
You're like, I can be that too. I want to be that. So they
won't listen to their mother or to their jealous friends, but they will listen to beautiful girls. So your job, from the moment you put that crown on, your job is to lift this world out of the horrible situations that's going on. Yes. And to be an inspiration for everybody, to give people absolutely hope. You need to give hope.
There is one more question I want to ask that I've asked every other guest on here. Is there a misconception about you or your work what is the biggest misconception that you would have that you want to tell people is incorrect, that they might think about you, what you speak, of your business?
Oh, well, it's difficult because my system that we use at my clinics is sort of very different from the normal spas or gymnasiums. So people doesn't always understand it or don't. Like when we opened our first clinic in Beverly Hills, this lady walked into my clinic, that was in 95. She walked into my beautiful clinic in Beverly Hills and she said, "What do you do here?" I said, "Well, in this clinic, I can help you to get in great shape and all that stuff." And she looked at me and she said, "No, that's impossible. Where's the weight? Where's all the workout stuff?" I said, "No, this is not a gym, it's a clinic." She said, "Well, that's impossible. You can only lose weight if you work out." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, actually not true. The European system, I grew up a little differently because growing up in South Africa, my mother always had an on and off weight problem. In those years, there was all these slimming, they used to call them slimming clinics. And I used to go as a baby with my mother where she's on these belts shaking her and doing all these things. And when I came to America many years later, there was nothing. Because everything was by the FDA, no, it's not FDA cleared, no, not FDA controlled, not FDA. Which is wonderful because the FDA keeps an eye over a lot of bad things that can happen in a big country like this. But it's wonderful, but at the same time, it threw a lot of things out that the people in America doesn't understand or know.
Yeah.
So our biggest job since we is to educate the public and to educate new clients. What can you do? What can I give you? And how am I going to do it? And once they get it, they just love it.
Yes.
Yes. And once a client comes with us, they refer their brothers, their sisters, their best friends, everybody
so
to us.
it's definitely reputable.
Yes.
You're reputable.
Yes.
You know
Absolutely.
And K-Zone everywhere. And I love how you're sending an open arm to anyone. You're not excluding anyone, and you're opening them to actually ask the questions. If you're confused, I have answers.
Yes.
Like, it's not something I'm trying to just sell you on. It's actually something that I stand behind. It's proven, and I'm here for you. And I love that, and I love how inspiring you are for other people in all different areas of life, not just the pageant girls, not just the celebrities, not just the athletes, but normal people who just want a change and don't know where to go.
Absolutely.
So I love that about you. I cannot wait to see what else that you do, how many other people that you help, and maybe one day stop in and be like, Robey, help me.
Yes.
Help me. Like, I'm going through it. I need the stress. I'm depressed. I'm just
you have a number.
Yes.
Call me, and I'll set an appointment and come to the Sterling Club.
Yes.
And then we'll give you a demonstration of what we do.
Yes. So please tell everyone where they can go if they want the consultation, if they want to find out more, how they can reach you, your clinic, etc.
Well, we have at the moment at the Sterling Club and Paradise Road, it's a private club, but our treatments at the club and other beauty treatments at the club is available also, for non-members. So you don't have to be a member to use the beauty area. Then we have a location on West Horizon Ridge and Eastern in Henderson. And then we have a location on West Sahara with Dr. Rhonda Bacharan at her clinic. And then we have another location that's opening soon in Hullaby. But all that information, you can get it on my website. Okay. It's all right there. And our website, we made it easy to remember, eBodyRenew.com.
eBodyRenew.com. Do you do social media at all? Or?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
eBodyRenew.com or Madame et Monsieur, which is our company's name, .com. So either way, and you will see it, and you will get all the locations and where it is, and you can book a consultation, which is completely free consultation, and no obligations. We just show you the way, and you take it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we have one central phone number, which is easy to remember. It's 702-444-0229. 444-0229.
Perfect.
So that number goes through to central reservations for you.
I love it. Thank you so much for being on the hot seat.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Yes, I have so much information. I've learned so much. I'm sure everyone else did. I can listen to you for hours. I'm like, really? This is just like, I was so captivated because I love everything about this industry and about health and wellness, and because it's a part of my life as well. And so I love that you're preaching it. I can't wait. Everyone share this interview. Everyone share what he does. His knowledge. It's simple, but it's so beneficial for every single person in this room and out there and all of our viewers. So thank you again so much, Robey Taute, everyone.
Thank you
and
so
when
much.
we come back, I have some announcements and my goodbyes. So make sure to tune in.
Thank you.
This show is brought to you by Michelle Kubiak with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, call Michelle at 702-683-6576. Her license number is S.48606. This show is also brought to you by Hand & Stone Massage and Facial Spa, located on Silverado Ranch, here in Henderson, Nevada. Restore, relax, and refresh. Let's not forget our very own Meryl and Merrick comedy show. This fun, comical TV sitcom duo with Social Media Source Network loves to make you laugh. Mahel Empire Productions. It's a filmmaker based in Las Vegas, Nevada. Founded by Michael and Sonny Mahal, and are dedicated to making feature films. Turn your power on with Broken Bulb Productions. Owned by Russell Rapp, an independent filmmaker based out of New Jersey. This show is brought to you by, let's not forget, our very own GI Connections. It's a non-profit organization that connects veterans with resources. We're also proud to recognize Colorlific Arts with Sonia Scott. Painting is the expression of emotion and feeling deep within one's heart. Let's not forget Matoma Environmental Technologies. Global research, development, and manufacturing of innovative photocatalytic products. Our show is also brought to you by Carmelo Rodriguez, who is the author of a best-selling book called Smile. It's based on true events. It's the story of a couple building a family. Get your copy of his book at Amazon today. We also love our musicians. Think about Frank's Tribute, an all-star band. It's a Green Bay-based band with Let Me Be Frank's Productions, family owned by Frank Hermans, who happens to be a veteran entertainer.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Hot Seat with Priscilla. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and I just want to thank everybody for watching week after week, supporting, sharing, commenting, liking, subscribing, all of the above. And I really hope that you guys have tuned into this episode, and if not, you tell other people who haven't, or you just find out, because everything that was spoken about today on the show by two amazing people talking about self-care, wellness, how to just love yourself. And I think that's perfect because this is the month of February, it's a month of love, and all of us are go, go, go. We're in a world where everyone's trying to be someone, do something, feel like they're not doing enough, that we do not focus on the main source that all that hard work comes from, which is ourselves and our body and our mind especially. Mental health, physical well-being, all of the above is so important to every single person, and what you guys are doing out there, whether it's business, entrepreneurship, music, art, all of the above, we all need to be healthy, mind, soul, all of the above. So make sure that you go visit these two amazing people and their businesses, and you learn a little bit more about what they have to offer. So, as always, I'm your host, Priscilla Moy, and I thank you for all these people. We are also, like Lisa was, open for sponsorships over here at Social Media Show. So if you ever have any person that wants to sponsor us or sponsor one show in particular, maybe mine, like the Hot Seat, please contact Maria at admin@socialmediashows.com. Or if you want to be on the show, if you submit yourself, your photo, what you do, and I would love to have you sitting here on the Hot Seat. So as always, I'm your host, Priscilla Moy, and please tune in every Wednesday to watch The Hot Seat with Priscilla. I will see you next week.